Just tonight, a horrifying level crossing smash near Oamaru in North Otago has left 4 young people dead. The Southerner train ploughed into their car, ripping it in half. The two parts of the wreckage ending up 350 metres apart.
Emergency services are tonight still at the scene. The collision with the Southerner train happened just north of Oamaru. We have this report just in from Mark Price.
The car's 4 occupants stood little chance. The collision with the northbound passenger train was a fatal blow. The bodies were spread hundreds of metres along the track from the point of impact.
One body was down the track, the other 2 were in the water race on the side of the track.
There's not much hope for anyone there, really.
There was no hope whatsoever by the look of the state of the vehicles.
The front half of the car was sliced off and pushed aside. The rear and one body stayed with the locomotive until it stopped 350 metres on. None of the train's 70 passengers or its 3 crew were injured.
We seemed to plough through gravel, and gravel was flying up on either side of the train. The impact, if any, to us was minimal. There was no feeling of impact at all, really.
I didn't hear a sound, but thought, you know, it would hit something, maybe a sheep or that. But I wondered, are we going to go off the rails? And yet we all seemed to keep perfectly calm. And that was it.
Staff helped the shaken passengers to buses. They're now on their way to Christchurch. Although the car was cut in half, damage to the front of the locomotive was minimal. At the moment, police are searching the length of track from the impact point, looking for more pieces of debris. The crossing was on a private access road near Oamaru Airport. There was a rail sign, but no give-way sign or bells. It's the worst crossing accident in years. In 1993, 5 died near Otani in the Hawke's Bay.
A collision between a car and a train in Waikato last night takes to 6 the number of people killed at level crossing accidents in just 8 days. John Stewart reports that all Transrail can do is plead with car drivers to take more care.
It appears, however, that Transrail's pleas may have fallen on deaf ears for the 32-year-old male driver of this Ford Laser. Police say it appears that as the lights flashed and the bells rang, he tried to drive around the barrier arm as a huge goods train bore down on the crossing at the southern edge of Ngaruawahia. The impact threw the driver out of his vehicle 20 metres beyond the crossing. The goods train's massive weight and momentum pushed his car nearly half a kilometre further. Transrail says there was absolutely nothing the company could have done to prevent the accident, our 3rd at a level crossing in 8 days. Today in Picton, company spokesman Fred Cockram happened upon what could have easily become our 4th such tragedy.
When a very large freight train was approaching, a minibus with 6 or 8 people inside drew up, stopped at the crossing, and the bells and lights were going, and then started again and drove straight across in front of the train. Now, we'll be contacting the firm that vehicle belonged to.
Ngaruawahia police say last night's victim and his vehicle smelt of alcohol. His blood has been sent away for testing. John Stewart, One Network News.